No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the Woodshed, East Lansing, Michigan. Spartan Stadium on the banks of the Red Cedar and home to Michigan State. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the USC Trojans, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Trojans will boot it away to start the game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Spartans' offense will go to work first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off. Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent. Both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to...
Turning it on! They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reece, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises. And I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
The Spartans send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. So USC's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback effectively. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
This crowd, full throat, spinning the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Working the middle, it's complete. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Like QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
What an effort getting to the quarterback there. You think about Michigan State D-line and Jarrell Worthy, Shalik Calhoun, guys that would use their frame to their advantage, and you just could not block them. This guy has physical ability. He's got a lot of things you can't coach. One of those is that frame, and he used it right there to his advantage.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Looking downfield, it's Rivers. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Trojans look to keep this drive humming. The sure hands, it's Leon. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks, it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Leon. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The noise level is relentless here on second down. Wants to go up top. Gets it out fast. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He'll try to do it himself. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. To the ground with the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to pass. It's Becker. That's caught. It's Jones. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. And the Spartans come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Wide receiver going in motion. He'll throw on 3rd down. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Markham. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the grab, it's Walters. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. The Spartans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass on 2nd down. Got his man quickly. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Punch it out of the air. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Red pass, it's complete. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. And this one splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Kansas State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there and the Little Apple behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Oregon State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Spartans and nearly 75,000 of his closest friends pegging the decibel meter on third down. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. So first down here as they go back to work. Dropping back, it's Rivers. Oh, they're after him. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work.
And he's still running after the move. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Marco.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
Running back searching for a hole. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And I tell you what, why would you not do this? I love it. Short yardage situation, get your QB sneak. You've already got everything going. You got a few first downs. You got that momentum on your side. Just get the first down, get that new set of downs. Now you want to go attack now.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Looking for a man. It's Becker. Makes the catch. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. A first down run on the doorstep. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense now. You're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run. A TFL. Now you got a big second down here, probably expecting the offense to throw a little bit more room to work with.
And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. A pretty short drive there, covering 38 yards. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? In this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
From the gun, the running back has it. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking for a man. It's Rivers. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. On fourth down, looking to pass. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Under fire. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Quarterbacks and receivers have got to be on the same page with respect to hot routes and sight adjustments. And those always happen when DBs come blitzing and they come running free like that. You can't put that one on the offensive line. That's on the key.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Michigan State. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to pass, it's Rivers. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. He's going to take off. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads it left. It's incomplete. And I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs management. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Offense changing the play. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Zings it complete to the right. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. He makes the catch. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The Trojans with the 1st and 10. Gonna look downfield again. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Trojans.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Becker. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. And the Spartans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Jones. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the left. They get him down at the 36. It will be a 1st down. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it more.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
Quickly complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. 6th play of the drive coming up. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Walters. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The Spartans will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Clock is wound down, just over 20 seconds to go before the break. They'll have it 1st and 10. Hauls it in. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a 1st down in the waning seconds of the half. And the Trojans want to move quickly. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Misses receiver there. It's incomplete.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Here's the pressure. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
He'll pull it down and run, wisely avoiding the big hit with the slide. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Spartans will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They'll start this drive going to the air. Finds his man. It's Leon. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And an explosive play. Has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
He makes it look so routine out there, just plucking passes in this offense. When you think about the success the Trojans have had offensively in the past and certainly in more recent times, it always feels like there's got to be at least one receiver in this offense in the discussion for best in the country. This guy, I think, can be that.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. The give to the tailback. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're going to ride this running back. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. The Trojans trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Trojans! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. To the air, it's Becker. Here comes the heat. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And that's a great start to this second half. That's what you talked about in the locker room at halftime. Don't let them create momentum. Don't let them start to create a comeback. Come back on this first drive, set the tone. The defense doing that right off the bat.
Can't meet the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Spartans decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Looks it in at the 40. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on 3rd down. Catch in the middle, it's Sherrill. Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And the Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it, using his legs to buy some time. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Making side adjustments here. Motion from the back. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The Trojans have this offense rolling. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 2nd and goal for this offense. Sends it back in motion. They're going to run it. Touchdown, USC! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape. So the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll go right back to him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Throws for the tight end. It's caught. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Back to pass. It's Becker. Fires to the big fella. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Got his man downfield. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Right back to the well. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Got a man. It's Marco. Gets away from one. Finds some space. Touchdown, Smarty. Once he got some room, it was over. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also in the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got his man.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
And the Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They're going to run it. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Smarty and nearly 75,000 of his closest friends hanging the decibel meter on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Gets it out quickly. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab on the left. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on first down. He's going to fire deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor, both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. So the final period starts with a second down play. Off play action. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. Fires to the wideout. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Picked up a few extra. Return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They cut into this lead the last time they had it, and now here in the fourth, a chance to move on top with a score. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Back to throw, it's Becker. Fires to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on second down. Trying play action. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Bringing it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to thread the field position with the return.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. From the gun, the give, looking for room. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Out of the shotgun on third down. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Man, I love it when my QB not only uses his athletic ability, but uses his head. Nice job here. Nothing open. Don't force the football. You've got the lead. It's the fourth quarter. Nice job taking off and getting the first down.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The give to the back. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. Looking for the goal line. And to the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
And both sides of the ball late in the football game coming together. Defense forces the turnover. Offense punches it in. 2-possession lead in this fourth quarter.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights.
USA 35. Michigan State 25.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Rush is on him. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the in...
Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Spartans racing to the line in the hurry-up. To the air. It's Becker. Bringing the heat. Hit as he throws. And they'll miss the connection here on third down. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good. This is now a 7-point game. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Coastal Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there on the surf turf in Conway, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Troy. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens. You should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Trojans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give out of the gun. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Trojans will try to move the sticks on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Two-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
And that's another nice play for this offense. Man, how about this offense? Putting together a drive when they had to have it. They got to have points late in this football game, and they're executing great.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
It's really important at this point of the game late that they at least get a field goal here to make this a 2-possession game. So they're staying conservative. They're running the football, keeping it on the ground to execute that idea.
Running to the left. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
With the run on 1st and goal. And he crosses the goal line for the late touchdown, and that one just might finish this baby off.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To throw, it's Becker. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Wants to fire on second down. Here's a throw downfield late. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like